Thank you, Novazi. Am I audible?
Yes.
The director of the program, Professor Richard Levine, Professor Valodia, the Dean of the Faculty of Commerce and Law and Management. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Let me start by thanking the organizers of this event, the South African Monitoring and Evaluation Association, SAMEA, the Department of Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation, the DPME, the Public Service Commission, the Center for Learning and Evaluation and Results, CLEAR, and the University of Witwatersrand, represented here by Professor Valodia. As you all know, our country adopted the National Development Plan and Vision 2030, which serves as a blueprint of South Africa towards the eradication of the triple challenges of poverty, unemployment, and inequality. And key to the success of the NDP will be the partnerships between government, private sector, and civil society, and working together towards these common objectives we can be able to attain more. I'm therefore delighted that key organizations from various sectors of our society have recognized a need to collaborate to organizing today's event and planning the entire International Year of Evaluation project here on our soil in South Africa. Critically, such collaboration will contribute immensely to developing evaluation capacity in our country and assist in institutionalizing this discipline in various sectors of our nation. Our late national icon, the father of our new democracy, President Mandela, expressed this sentiment on the importance of partnerships in society during the opening of the Ndalinji Senior Secondary School in his home village of Qunu on the 14th of August 1998, when he said, and I quote, "Partnerships between government, the private sector, and communities are critical in the development of our country. No sector on its own, least government, can succeed in ensuring that we do improve the quality of life of our people." Close quote. I would therefore like to express my own appreciation to the architects of this International Year of Evaluation concept, the international network, Eval Partners. Without your vision and foresight, would not be here today. The letter and the spirit of this campaign should continue post-2015. Indeed, as a country, we share this sentiment that evaluation has a central role to play in our own development. Program Director, ladies and gentlemen, this event is also taking place so soon after the tragic and untimely death of our Minister of Public Service and Administration and former Minister in the Presidency, Performance Monitoring and Evaluation, Minister Collins Chabane. As the Minister who first held this portfolio in 2009, he steered the establishment of the Performance Monitoring and Evaluation function in Presidency. He developed systems and processes for monitoring the performance of government and national evaluation system that we now have in place in South Africa. As a government and country, we're all shocked and saddened by his passing. Minister Chabane was very committed to improving the performance of government and the lives of all South Africans. He had a good understanding of how governments work and had a very keen interest in the mechanisms we could be put in place to make our government more efficient and more effective. Therefore, when he became the minister in this portfolio, he was interested in finding out about the performance monitoring and evaluation experiences across the globe, and encourage his officials in the department to do the same, as Professor Levine has just indicated. He participated in many international study tours, and encourages, I've said, officials to design a national evaluation system for the South African government which would draw on the best international lessons and experiences and be tailored to fit our own South African conditions. Among other interventions which I would like to elaborate on in a moment, Minister Chabane ensured the approval of a national evaluation system through Cabinet and guided the piloting and submission of the first evaluation reports through this Cabinet process. With determination and with diplomacy, he championed the key principles of monitoring and evaluation, including strategic focus, rigorous and logical planning, evidence-based policy making, transparency, accountability, and continuous improvement. Largely through his efforts, our country has a national monitoring and evaluation system that is supported, valued, and used by Cabinet to change the lives of our people. My colleague Chabane has left an indelible mark in our government and in our country at large. Ours is to take his baton forward and ensure that the key principles that he espoused remain at the center stage. His untimely death is a huge loss to government, his party, the ANC, and to our country. His family are in our thoughts and prayers during this very difficult time. May his soul rest in peace. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, President Zuma's establishment of this Department of Performance Monitoring and Evaluation in 2009 sought to improve government performance and change the whole approach on how government works. The purpose was to ensure an outcome orientation within government rather than focus on inputs and activities. Key for us is the need to focus on a limited number of priority outcomes that would meaningfully change the lives of our people. To achieve this, our government has committed itself in increasing this focus on measurable results and evidence-based to inform policy decision-making and effective implementation. To realize this, we are committed to improving coordination across the different departments and spheres of government, efficient spending and performance, and a culture of continuous improvement. Since the establishment of this department, good progress has been recorded, with performance agreements and sector plans for priority outcomes developed, and quarterly monitoring reports on progress towards the realization of outcomes provided to Cabinet. These reports and other monitoring tools developed by the department have served to provide the President and Cabinet the opportunity to assess progress, guide, and ensure timely interventions where necessary. Initially, we targeted 12 outcomes, but we've now included 2 additional outcomes, which now means we've got 14 outcomes ranging from quality-based education, health, safety and security, employment, rural development, to nation building and social cohesion. Other critical systems developed by the department have been for monitoring of frontline services and for the management of performance assessments government departments. Recently, we have introduced Operation Pakisa, Do It Fast Pakisa, a very innovative approach aimed at improving planning, project management, and implementation of priority government programs more effectively. Through this Operation Pakisa, we intend to implement critical development issues highlighted in the National Development Plan faster, better, to ensure quick results. Ladies and gentlemen, the National Evaluation Policy Framework was approved by Cabinet on the 23rd of November 2011. This framework draws from the experience of a number of countries, and in particular from the study tours of Mexico, Colombia, the United States, that South Africa undertook over a period of time. Key lessons from these study tours have been incorporated into our policy framework, taking into account the realities of our local context. I am pleased to inform you that our evaluation system is now recognized internationally, and our evaluation policy framework has even been translated as Russian language for use in Kyrgyzstan, and also is being translated into Braille to ensure that the blind population of our society can also have access to it. I've just been informed by Ian now that last week Uganda also gave South Africa an award for the sterling work that has been done, and thanks to our fallen. I come back again to our icon, President Mandela, who said, and I quote, "What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lived." As Madiba has taught us, the Department of Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation is undertaking evaluations to make a difference in the lives of all South Africans. As a government, we are determined to achieve the following four primary purposes through evaluations. 1, to improve performance of government. 2, to improve accountability. We want to interrogate public spending and whether government spending is making a difference. 3, to generate knowledge of what works and what does not with regards to our public policies, our programs, which allow government to build an evidence base for future policy development. And lastly, to make decisions on the impact of our programs and policies, whether to continue or to replace them. From its inception of this evaluation system, our starting point was to improve the quality of evaluations in the country with the hope that quality evaluations would translate into utilization of findings and in the final analysis, improvement in the performance of government. As a government, we've taken a strategic approach to focus on limited evaluations of priority programs and plans of government that are linked to these 14 priority outcomes. Selection is made by a cross-government evaluation technical working group, and the plan is approved by Cabinet. So far, Cabinet has approved 4 national evaluation plans containing 49 evaluations since the approval of the National Evaluation Policy Framework way back in 2011. Out of these 49, 22 have been completed, 11 have been approved, and 6 of these served at Cabinet, and they are already available on our departmental website. These evaluations cover around 50 billion rand of government expenditure. This year, the department will be undertaking 10 priority evaluations in collaboration with custodian departments, covering around a further 25 billion rand of government expenditure. Our approach is that evaluation is not only something which happens at the end